So in the first one, we were talking about this, this recognising the lifetime value of a customer, and I was saying that I think that we probably aren't as good as we should be in our business about actually doing something about that. So you had a story, didn't you? Do you want to pick up from maybe not halfway through, you know?
We were talking about all sorts of things, and I guess whether it's the lifetime value of the customer or just the value of a customer. And this particular story was a customer we'd been trying to win for a while on and off, and they weren't going to be a major spender, but we just knew they bought packaging and thought we would have an opportunity to supply them. And for various frustrating reasons, life taking control of us for a stage, we just didn't get to grips with it. We did a sample and the sample was wrong, and then we did another sample which was okay, and the customer accepted it and placed an order, and then the order was wrong, and it was just a pain. And they kind of said, don't darken our door again. And from that we sat back and thought, well, this is just silly, because we know we can do the product, we know we can do the price, that we haven't given them any service, all we've done is make ourselves look stupid. So we've got to find a way of trying to be a little bit different and actually kick-start them into you know, recognising that we can do a job for them, and hopefully get them into the
So what did you do?
I said to my sales guy, get an amount of this item made up and give it to them. It cost us about 60-70 quid at cost, and we made up this item, and he just took it round to them and gave it to them. And the message to the customer was, look, we believe we can do a job for you, we believe we can service you, we haven't covered ourselves in glory, we're sorry, take this product, there's no strings attached to it, we're giving it to you by means of an apology and by means of an olive branch, if you like, to try and give us an opportunity to talk to you again. And they tried the product, there was nothing wrong with it, we knew there was nothing wrong with it, they were happy, and sure enough, next time our sales guy called, the door was open again, and were able to retrieve some business from it. And they didn't trade with us forever, but they traded with us for a couple of years, probably spent about 3 or 4 grand, but more than paid for the 60 quid and the time that we'd lost and everything else. And
it was a bit of a Trojan horse then, wasn't it?
I guess, yeah. I think the thing for me was as well, it's doing something slightly different. You know, not how many companies would actually give 60 quid away.
And do you think many wouldn't do that?
I think a lot of companies wouldn't do that.
Are they too focused on?
I don't think I would do it in every occasion. But
do you make a strategic decision about that client? I know if we win it, it's worth, let's say, 5 grand a year, turnover, £1,500, £2,000 a year, gross profit.
It was more basic than that. It was personal pride.
Right.
I knew we were better than that, and I didn't want that to be somebody's perception of who we were. And so I guess it was a 60 quid to appease personal pride. In that instance,
and it won, and you won it, yeah,
yeah.
We were talking. It's a shame that the tape wasn't running after we ran out of battery after the first.
They tend not to do that, Graham.
Session. Yeah, you were talking about a display company and how the guy, you'd lost the business. And what you did to go back there, you called again. He said, call in 6 months. Tell me that story again.
Yeah, we supplied a company packaging. We supplied them for a couple of years. They got a manager in, and again, our sales guy didn't really do the right job. He didn't keep in touch. He just he ignored it almost. They got the business, but he didn't actually do any more work with it. And so, quite rightly by the customer standards, next time he looked at the end of the year, he got cheaper prices, had no acknowledgement or recognition of what we actually did in terms of service, and went with the price. And of course there was nobody there from us reinforcing what we did and showing that they were bothered about the business. And anyway, I rang the guy up, went to see him and apologised and said, look, you're absolutely right, I would have made exactly the same decision, I don't blame you for making a decision, but we do value business, and I want to show you that. Can we have an opportunity? And he said, well, I've made a decision for a year, contact me in a year. And he was genuine about it, and I was genuine with him, and apologised. Anyway, I rang him after 6 months to say I am still interested, just wanted to touch base with you. Is everything still okay with your current supply? I said, yeah, absolutely fine, thanks for ringing, contact me at the end of the year. Contacted him at the end of the year, and sure enough, he was true to his word. He gave us the opportunity. I think the company that had picked up the supply hadn't shown interest. So they kind of, hadn't kept engaging him. They just engaged him the once, got the business, and then thought that's it.
Did you talk to him about that? The fact the other customer had, the other supplier hadn't really.
No, I didn't. Because I always think you don't talk about, you talk about your own game, not the other people's game. I just reiterated the fact that we were really bothered, passionate, wanted it, could do a good job, wanted to prove we could do a good job, give us another chance.
And was it pride, or was it actually, from a business point of view, the right thing to do, to go back and win?
Of course, it's both. I mean, it's absolutely the right thing from a business point of view, and it's pride. I mean, if you're proud about what your business does and believe it's good and right and as good as anybody, if not better than anybody else in the marketplace, then that has a place. And I actually think, in terms of we were talking about independent owner-operated business versus corporate business, I think you lose that in a corporate business. You
said something which made me laugh out loud. Who says old dog, new tricks you can't teach? I've been in business now for more than 25 years, and you told me something which I'd never heard before, and I should know this, and that is, we were talking about going into a prospective customer, giving a quotation, and then asking the customer why they want the quotation. I'm kind of setting you up a little bit here, but that story about, why are you asking me for this quotation?
No, we were relating that to my belief that for all the sales techniques and sales training, you have to engage on a personal level with people.
No, I didn't mean that. What I meant was...
But part of that is to actually get a customer to... If you have that personal engagement, and you're talking about, you get to a quotation stage, or a customer says, yeah, you can give me a quotation, if you get that relationship, you can say, fantastic, thank you for the opportunity to quote. If it's competitive, can I have your order? Which is close question. To which the answer could well be no, to which the next question is why. Yeah. Because why on earth would I quote you if I'm not interested in your business? And it kind of gets you into this, I'm passionate about the opportunity, I really want to do a job for you, it will mean a lot to me. Can I have the opportunity to quote for your business? And
you said, if they said, yeah, but you can't have it, you asked them why, and you kind of fed them a line to give them the opportunity.
Well, yeah, if they say you can't have it, and they say, well, I'm happy with my current supply, I say, okay, well, I'll still quote you, but tell me what you need to get current supply to reduce the prices by.
So you do damage to them.
You do damage to your supplier, and also you're actually leaving the customer with a good impression of you.
Have you got like your top 3 tips for loving an existing customer?
No.
Have you not?
No.
What works?
I don't think of it like that.
What has worked for you though? If you've got new people joining you, what do you say about how to, keep them happy?
I always say what we said before, which is the first thing I always say is get the first thing to get is a relationship. Don't try and sell anything until you've got the relationship, because if you work for an hour, half an hour, 2 hours, whatever it takes, for any spend of customer, if you work at that relationship and then try and sell your product, you will have much more long-term success.
Oh, you also talked about turning the quote round really quickly, didn't you? You said that in the big corporates often they can't do it, whereas the independents you can do it that day.
Yeah, that's often about actually just being different, being better than what other people do. And one thing you can influence is that if you've got the right supply chain, you've got suppliers that will support you to get the quote back and stuff.
It's about standing out, I suppose.
Yeah, just being different.
It's cool. I think we've got it. The battery's going to run out. Should we stop it there before we get cut off again? Thanks, Roger. Cheers.